All right, let's go ahead and check out what is Bitcoin doing. 4 hour, it does look like we are trying to hold the 50 simple moving average, which is not bad. We've been in this rising megaphone looking pattern, so it's not necessarily a problem. Not yet, anyways. We also have been broken out of this large falling wedge, which our actual measured move is to get up here at 44%. Upon the breakout, which is 26.4. So knowing that, I'm basing all my I'm staying bullish until we hit that area. There might be small pullbacks before then, whatnot, but I think Bitcoin's doing just fine. We saw this little fake out down here, nice little bear trap before we shot straight up. But I think the big news is actually on the weekly. So on the weekly with Bitcoin, we actually tapped into this area once. We've never seen Bitcoin get a death cross on the weekly. And it looks like we might actually be able to avoid it, which is insane. So, as we've been pushing up, this has been flattening out while the 200 continues to move up, which I'm like, hey, if we don't get the death cross, great. That's better for us. It's way better for us. But if we also check out the daily, down here we're about to grab a golden cross, which should happen, what, probably by Sunday or Monday? Sunday or Monday, we might see that golden cross actually take place, which then I would expect good things to happen out of Bitcoin. So things are looking up. It does look like Bitcoin's just trying to reset a lot of its indicators. So this short little sideways consolidation upward movement makes it to where some trades get a little boring. You might see a lot of weird play to the up and down. But I think it's good overall. Good overall. The longer we trade sideways, the stronger the area of support becomes, and like more likely we don't fall too hard below it or just slice through it like butter, which is good. Which is good. Now with that, let's go ahead and check out some trade setups. One I was looking at earlier today was AVAX. AVAX has been doing an absolute amazing job. So one thing you'll notice in bull markets, bullish times, anything like that, these rising wedge patterns, they never are actually that strong. What we did, we broke out, we broke back in, tested, then we took off. Now we have another measured move because we're flagging out once again, but we haven't quite gotten that back test, so I would expect another pull down, get that back test right here. That actually, I should have put an alert down there. All right, now I have the alert set. I'm expecting a back test down there, touch, and then go. And once we have that confirmed breakout, you are looking for a possible, let's just say it's right here, possible 18% upside to start with. And then, of course, you do have your higher target at $31.90. Oh, Jesus. Alrighty. We're back. Sorry, had to answer that. Ooh, looks like we might actually get our move to the downside right now. Not bad. Not bad. So it looks like Bitcoin's trying to pull down just a little bit, which is dragging down AVAX, which is actually nice because we might actually get our entry sooner than later. I would love to enter down here at these low. Actually, let's bring it down here. 237 8. Yeah, 230 2037 8 would be very nice to enter in and then get a nice little ride to the upside because the full move after that would be 22% upside. Throw a little 10x on that bad boy and you're off to the I might throw 15. I'm not going to lie. I might throw 15 at it. Ugh. Don't copy my trades. I'm a little bit of a degen. All right, current trade that I'm in is actually this right here. I'm in waves at the moment. I am expecting a break to the upside, which, oh, look at that. We did break. So we had this nice little downtrend. We broke to the upside. We're currently back testing. As soon as this 50 simple moving average gets up there, I am expecting the price to get up to $33.34. The nice thing about that is on the daily, it's right under the 200 moving average, which is very nice. So I'm expecting this to play out, but we've just been in this rising channel this whole time, just bouncing around. So even if we come up, then we come back down, then come up, I'm not that worried that my trade will get filled. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Either way, I'm in this trade right now. 1 hour looks pretty decent. Looks like it could go up. Even if it pulls down, if it pulls down too low, then I'm kind of in trouble. But we are utilizing the heart line right now as support. So if we get a nice little wick or anything like that, I should have enough depth in my stop loss to handle that. Time will tell. Time will tell. One Harmony has been going crazy. However, we need to look at Gala. Looking at Gala. So Gala, same thing. You're in this rising channel right now. You're bouncing off of support. You did set up this nice little bull flag that you technically back tested once. Looks like we're coming down a little bit. We could test this level one more time before our stop at 6.959 cents, which I do hope happens. I hope. I hope. We there are no guarantees in the trading world. No guarantees. We do have support right here with our 50 simple moving average. It is acting as support right now in the 4 hour. We have plenty of room to run to the upside. So I'm thinking when new day starts, we might get that move. Maybe, or during power hour. But either way, we're looking at 24% possible upside, which is nice. This is all in contention with Bitcoin needs to help us out. So we have our final 4 hour candle. The day just started. Now we're seeing a little bit of volatility here. Let's go ahead and check in on our trade with Waves. Waves is finding a lot of resistance right now. A lot of resistance. That little new 4 hour candle sell. Nothing like a fresh new candle to bring in some sell pressure. So worst case scenario that we see is we might actually just come down, either test this level at 281, or we even come all the way down, which would stop me out, but we'd come all the way down to 268, back testing this little trading range back here. I'm hopeful that doesn't happen, but it just takes time for some things to reset. Is what it is. And it's not what it's not. Aptos, it has been a big disappointment so far. But if we zoom out, we're going to clean up this chart too, because I have drawing literally all over it. Literally all over it. So terrible. So let's clean up the chart real quick. We're cleaning up the chart. Get rid of all the noise. Bring it out to the daily. Actually, bring it out to the weekly. Now, this is what I did in the video going over Aptos. Oof. Where I could actually draw trend lines. What a shame. What a shame. Give or take. There you go. Anyways, we have one level that has painted and it is currently holding its position. Just ruining. Just so much sell pressure here. Has not broken all-time high yet. But you can see it's a perfect flat line. We have not deviated. We come down to the daily. You can see we're just hitting it, hitting it, hitting it. You can only hit it so many times before you either come down, back test, or you break through. Personally thinking, it seems like the shorts are probably stacking up here. So I would guess for a break to the upside. Especially considering this is a very nice looking bull flag. So you can, like, plain as day see it. If we come down and touch this bottom one more time and then take off, I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine. Because measured move out of that, bring it out here, we were then looking at 45% upside. 45%. I'm pretty sure everyone's portfolio would thank them for that. But that's upon a breakout and a formal back test. Let's come down to the 4 hour, see what we're looking at here. Now, on the 4 hour, you can see in this larger pattern, which now that I cleaned it up, God, it looks so much better. So much better. Because before, I did have it marked out as this. Marked out just like that. Where technically that's still in play. You can see on the 4 hour, you found this. As soon as you hit bottom, tighten it up just a little bit. As soon as you hit the bottom, you broke out. You're currently back testing, coming down for a second back test. I personally think Aptos could see a nice rise this weekend. I definitely think it could. But your target from here, pretty much same level. You're looking at 50% upside from where you're sitting at this very second. So I would say if you are trying to enter a trade right this moment, stop loss should be down here below 1564 and enjoy the ride. That's my thesis based off the technical analysis. Yeah, we've just been consolidating. We do have a little bit of overhead resistance as well. Not too worried about this overhead resistance. I'm more worried about this shorter time. Because you have broken and you have back tested. And you kind of set up a second bull flag. Absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. But back tests are normally where I like to get in. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Your 1 hour looks like it's almost reset. We're going to see what the traders have in store for us. Let's go ahead and check out. Let's check. Aptos actually looking like it's ready to move. I'll set an alert. Once it breaks above this again. Just setting the alerts. Oh, LRC. That's what I want to look at. So LRC, as you can see, it did an absolutely phenomenal job moving. Absolutely phenomenal job. We had broken out formal back test, and we have started on our way to 113% gains. We are running into overhead resistance at 41 cents, so I would expect a little cool off period right now. reset your indicators. So anybody who jumped in on that trade, congratulations. You had amazing gains. Currently you are flagging out on the 4 hour. You're in overbought territory. Gotta give it a little time. Gotta give it a little time. But you are in a very high and tight bull flag at the moment. Very high and wow, this if this thing runs again, if it runs again, you have the possibility of 82% upside still in the cards. More than likely, people will take a lot of profits at this 50% range. So keep that in mind. If you were to be a degen trader, you're going to take the smaller move because you will expect a pullback. And that is 50-cent target. 50-cent target. You'd be waiting for, I think it's 4 hour to get down here into neutral territory, but you need that 1 hour to be completely reset and flatlined. What do we have? Not reset and flatlined, so I would expect a bit more downturn before we see the upside. Definitely would. Well, those are only my thoughts. This thing could dump all the way down to 35 cents once again if Bitcoin decides to retrace. Keep that in mind. Another one that should be on your radar, Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity, I did this TA before I went live. You can see, based off its breakout, you have 200% upside. You have broken out, flagged, came up, flagged again, came up. You're flagging a third time, and you're ready for the next move up to try and break above resistance. 41% upside is possible if the traders will it. Anyways, you do have room on the 4 hour to move up. The thing I think I'm worried about is not only you're under the 50 simple moving average on the 4 hour, but also I believe the daily is a little overbought. However, you're sitting right on top of that 200-day simple moving average, which, as we've seen with a lot of these altcoins, that's around about the time. If you stay above it long enough, you see the launch, you see the takeoff, you see it just start getting gains. So that's what I'm waiting on when it comes to Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity looks great to me, honestly. It's really good. Tried breaking out a couple times already. Looks good. New 4 hour candle is painting a little green. Upon a back test, you would, if you are risky, you would be taking a long now, and your stop loss would be below 1098. You have support here, support, support, and you have set higher support. So that's why you would put it just below your support, and hopefully you don't get stopped out. Let's see what Axie looks like on the 1 hour. See if it's getting ready to actually move. I don't think so. It could. You're in neutral territory on the 1 hour. You could start to see that upside. I'm not convinced. I'd like to see the 1 hour stochastic come down before entering longs. Just how I operate. I've been burned too many times. You're 15 minutes trying to curve to the upside. I would think it's going to come up slightly, set a lower high, then come straight down to the bottom, getting everybody to get bearish again, back test, then go. Those are just my thoughts. Go ahead and check out, RVN. You can see we hit resistance once again. Wow. This is an ugly chart? Yeah, it's pretty ugly. However, it's kind of beautiful at the same time, right? You have this nice falling, widening wedge, broadening wedge or whatever. So, I'm just waiting for that breakout. Just waiting for that breakout. Because as soon as you break this level, very quickly you could see 3.667 cents, which would be a, what is this, 20% markup. If you're trying to break it into smaller trades, you would be looking for this measured move here up to 3.324. Wait for a consolidation or a pullback, and then you can enter into another trade. Kind of up to you. But yeah, it looks pretty solid. Veracity, everyone's favorite stepchild. Veracity looking quite interesting to me because you had this level of support, you were regarding as support, but you kept falling down. So I have this broadening wedge in which you just got back above support again and you're holding. Surprisingly enough, you're holding. However, same caveat. I don't like the 1 hour being stochastic so high. I do not take longs at that point. This thing could just come straight back down, back test this level as support before it gets the real bids to send it up. Then again, it could just break this, then back test. There's no telling sometimes with these altcoins. Low liquidity creates weird price action. Very weird price action. Flow token looks very interesting to me because you are sitting right on top of support. You have 17% upside still from the falling wedge pattern here that you broke bullish out of, even though I was calling for a back test. You want to create more pain for the shorts? Don't give them their back test. Just give them the double bottom from the original back test and call it a back test. That's all that happened. You can even see it on the 4 hour. You bottomed once, you bottomed twice as a back test of the back test, and then you took off. Now on your 4 hour, you do have a little bit of room to run. I don't think it's going to measure up to what we're thinking it could. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. It just doesn't have the feeling of a 17% move to me. 17 more percent, because you're up 5% already. I'm just not getting the feels for that. Now I've been seeing Wax P running up as of late. So of course, just like everything else, it broke out of this falling wedge pattern, giant falling wedge. Its price target's all the way up here, 229% upside. You're at resistance right now. Your first resistance, actually. I mean, talk about basement prices. Because if you go down to the weekly, you're literally at basement prices. It's so terrible. This is in the basement, in the toilet, the depths of hell. This is where this price action has gone. So to see it make those big moves to the upside, it's not very weird. I mean, most people just wouldn't even notice it, to be honest. Because would you know that this thing just went up? Let's see, what is this percentage? It's quite substantial, actually. But yeah, would you know this thing just went up 89%? No, nobody has any clue because it's so low on the totem pole. It is so low that it just goes unnoticed. That's kind of the nice thing about these little altcoins. They can make some big moves and nobody knows. However, we're paying attention. So you set your alert just above this level. You already hit it once as actually you hit it twice as resistance. So you're waiting for that consolidation, reset the indicators. The daily, you're in overbought territory. You're starting to show some waning momentum, I would say. I'm not saying it's bearish momentum. It's just waning. It's not as strong. But you can see it's bullishly consolidating right under resistance. So what you would do is you'd wait for the up thrust, then back test, and let it ride. Because your next stop is right here at 9.465 cents, which is another 25% upside. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We'll see how it all pans out. But you need to wait for confirmation with these low liquidity S coins. Gotta wait for confirmation. If you don't, you're just gambling. Good luck. Good luck. You gotta get that confirmation. If there's anything I say, you gotta get confirmation. Confirmation. Eagle. Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Hold on now. So E Gold or Elron Network. I've had this thing on the radar for a hot minute. I'm actually glad I clicked on this. Holy guacamole. Um, we've all heard of cups. That is the most cuppy cup I've ever seen in my life. It's a perfect. What? Perfect. Perfection. All right. Now then, we are still in this weird consolidation and basement level complete basement level prices. Your next move, if we get the breakout, if we can find some bids, you should be able to move up 45%. Should. I'm not saying it will, I'm saying it should, based off technical analysis. And you're like, what are you talking about? Well, you can see the sellers. The sellers are getting exhausted. They sold all the tokens. They're done. The buyers, they're stepping up. They're showing up. They're like, what's up, guys? We buying this thing or what? I mean, it's kind of the cool kid on the block. Might as well. Maybe invite him to the party. Hand him a glass of Kool-Aid. Something. Anyways, you can see positive momentum is starting to build. You can see the selling pressure has just almost gone away, which is nice. Which also means we would look for a markup. So, 4-hour time frame, you could get a pump out of this. Honestly, you really could because it's a low liquidity S coin. Your 1 hour is reset. Wow, you there's not much telling me you couldn't take some action on this right now. There's really not much telling me you couldn't. Your support level is right here. Your stop loss would be just below the support. That's well, well, well. Not bad, Benson. Not bad. We're gonna throw an alert on this bad boy. I want to know when it breaks $46.23. I want to know because upon that, you're off to the rate. Actually, not that. Once you break out 46.60, if you can break above 46.60, that looks like to be your neckline. Found it as resistance back here. Found it as resistance these two. Found it as resistance once again. So, you break above that. Not that much stopping you from getting to 66.13. Yes, you have this downtrend of resistance, but we have seen how the entirety of the market has handled the exact same downside resistance. Breaks through, back test, then goes. And upon the back test, successful back test, you're expecting 65% gains. Not bad. Hopefully Bitcoin holds up. Hopefully Bitcoin holds up. That looks really good to me. Another one looks great to me. ICP, Internet Computer. Just now getting oversold on the stochastic for the daily. Your 4 hours in neutral territory. ICP gearing up for higher prices. Possibly wanting to go up to this next level of resistance. 25% upside is possible. 25% upside possible. So, phenomenal things I'm seeing in the charts today. Absolutely phenomenal. We just got to wait for Wall Street to stop playing around with our market. All right, let's check out Near Protocol. Near Protocol. You're sitting in no man's lane. You're sitting in no man's lane. Let's go to the daily, see what it actually looks like. Alrighty. The reason why I say see what it actually looks like is because the daily it's a more significant time frame. So these smaller time frames where you see me making these little plots and whatnot, they actually don't matter at all. They're for short-term trades, not long-term. No real structure here. You're just kind of holding support. You could bounce down here one more time before going. You could shoot straight up. It's kind of a coin flip. I wouldn't really want to trade this per se. Really wouldn't. Yeah, I just wouldn't want to do it. Oh, also, we're going to have a nice little reminder here. It doesn't matter how much you have to trade with because through compounding interest, you could have a ton of money. Now, let's just bring this up right here. Let's say you had $50. 50 bucks. You get 8 trades. Now, look at this. 8 trades. Come down here. Your $50 will turn into 76,294. If you only had $50, this is a big, big deal. Learn how to trade, enjoy the gains, but take it slow. Take it slow. The sad part is how fast this market moves sometimes. You can get 8 trades in a week, 1 week. Hell, you want to let's just say you had $5. Just $5. $7,600. If you only had $5, then let's face it, 7,000 would be kind of nice, and you could make it in a week. You're giving yourself a loan. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. All you need is 15% move. If you had 10x leverage, the amount of things that are moving. Let's look at Mira. Look at that. That's insane. No idea why it moved that far, but it did. So, one thing I want everybody to pay attention to: Actos for a trade setup. Just saying. You're not just looking at a 10% gain. You're looking at 40. 40. Well, possible 50. You have your back test. You're in the final hours. Your 1 hour stochastic is trying to reset right now. You have a great level of support. Great level of support. You throw that stop loss right below, right there, right there. You're absolutely golden. Absolutely golden. Not to mention, it does look like you're trying to form an inverse head and shoulders. So expect the resistance. Expect the resistance. Just expect it. So either way, you got some time on this trade, more than likely. I could be completely wrong, and it could end up flying up sooner than you think. But one you don't have much time on is Zilliqa. Zilliqa. Zilliqa is sitting right on top of support. You're oversold on your 1 hour. This is what we look for. This is the Super Bowl. No, I'm just kidding. This looks good though. Looks good because let's check out the 15. You're starting to see that positive momentum. This thing could pop any second. Any second. I'm not saying go 50x right now, but I am saying you have a tight stop loss down here at 286. Just saying. Maybe I should say 0286. I don't know. You guys are fine. You'll be all right. Yeah, Zilliqa looks good. It's trying to show some positive momentum, sitting in the neutral territory on the 15-minute. You're 1 hours in neutral territory, oversold on stochastics, 2 boxes ticked. Let's check that 4 hour. 4 hours sitting in neutral territory, a little bit overbought situation. However, that's plenty of room to run. Plenty of room to run. All you need to do is break above, hold support. Next level of resistance will be the threes, 3-3-3 repeating, of course. Leroy Jenkins it up. Leroy Jenkins. If you don't know who Leroy Jenkins is, you're too young. You're too young, bro. But also, another thing in its favor is the daily oversold, sitting on top of support after a formal back test and fighting against the 200 simple moving average. Zilliqa trying its best to get you some green, which then we are looking for 102% upside over time. Over time. Throw a 10x on that bad boy. Guess what? That is 10x yo profits. $100 turned into 1,000 with that. Do that a couple times. Hey, That 1,000 turns 10, 10 turns to 100. You're sitting there like, I have a new life. That 100 turns to 1,000,000. You never know. You never know. Oh, wait. I didn't show you the best part on the daily. Best part on the daily. The best part on the daily. Triple bullish divergence. Triple bullish divergence on the MACD. Boom. And not to mention, boom. And you're starting to show positive momentum. Zilliqa on the radar. Zilliqa on the radar. Always go down to your 15-minute before you make any formal trades, just to make sure you're good to go. Good to go. Heck, you can even take it a step further. You can even take it a step further. What you're gonna do if you're trying to do high leverage, honestly, I would. I'm not saying go high leverage. I'm just saying you better watch your butt if you are. But high leverage, you're gonna want to take profits sooner. So your profit taking level would be actually right here at 3.2 cents. Not financial advice. This is chart advice. That's all it is. It's chart advice. Oh boy. But yeah, considering where you found your support, you can set your stop loss down here below this level of support at 2852, or a smarter spot 2830, because those wicks will kick your butt. Those wicks will kick yo booty. It's all bad all the time. All bad all the time. But I know some of you are like, I want the big move. Hey, the little moves add up, all right? The little moves add up. That's 10% upside. That's not that bad. 15x leverage, you get your 150 right there. Just saying. Just saying. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna turn $4 or $5 into 7,000. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna go all based off measured moves. That's it. We're gonna see how long it takes. The journey starts now. Make sure you put in the proper decimal point, otherwise it's gonna look a little ridiculous. Like, oh, you're about to profit $600. Wait, I'm about to profit what? No, it's 031. That's what it is. But yeah, so you just put a nice little alert up here, and noted you're gambling $5. It's no big deal. No big deal. 15x leverage. You got your stop loss down here. Let's see where my stop loss is. I just put my stop loss in. I didn't actually see what number it was. 2763. Oh my goodness. All right. If I get stopped out on this, traders are stop loss hunting, and that's all I have to say. That's all I got to say about that. So yeah, we got our stop loss set down here. We got our profit taking up here based off the 15-minute chart. Now, if y'all want a crash course on day trading, there you go. It's the greatest course I could have given right there. You're welcome. Tip jar, link down in the whatever description. I don't know. Link down below. But yeah, so we're taking this trade. We're currently in a waves trade. Waves trade, stop loss all the way down here. Profit taking up here. I didn't even look at H bar. H bar is going nuts. So is One Harmony. Oh man. If you guys follow the channel, you got this trade set up long ago. We're just waiting. When bids? When bids? Slow and steady. Grinding its way up. Working its way up to resistance. Like, we got our initial spike up, came down, now we're starting to rise again. Great price movement. Great price movement. All right, I've been live for about 41 minutes. We've had 0 comments. No big deal. We checked out a lot of charts. Anybody who checks out this stream later, please like, subscribe, do all the good stuff. I went over a lot of charts in here. I'm not time stamping a thing. Anyways, I'll catch you later. Also, link down below. Join the Discord. I'm posting charts in there every day, every single day. Just go check them out. Anyways, later, everybody. Take it easy.